Host Gordon Ramsay crowned her the first winner of the U.S. version of MasterChef back in 2010. And since then, Whitney Miller has published her own cookbook, New Southern Table. She is here today with a solution to the pumpkin pie versus apple pie dilemma, a recipe that combines them both. Good to have you with us today. And so tell me about this, how you have solved this dilemma.
Okay, so I'm combining the two. And what I really love about this is sometimes your pumpkin pie might crack or something. Or you just aren't really good at making your pies look great. So the apples are gonna shingle on top and also add some texture. So I think people will really be surprised at the combination, how well they pair together.
All right, so get us started with this thing.
Okay, so you do not need this contraption. You can just use a knife and a cutting board.
This just makes it easier.
This makes it easier. So this is a mandolin. And all I've done is just core the inside. And this, if you use a mandolin for safety measures, please use the safety feature. It just keeps your apple from slipping and sliding.
Okay.
So take some of those slices, and actually because I cored it, it makes these nice just
look at that.
halves. So before I add that in, add some brown sugar to some melted butter and cinnamon, because you really want to amp up that cinnamon flavor. Cinnamon and spice is really good this time of year. Throw in your apple slices.
Alrighty.
Give them a little toss.
While you talk.
So the cool thing about these apples, these are envy apples. And I'm using them in the pie, but also in this charcuterie board over here. And they have a higher citric acid content, so they're not gonna brown as easily as regular apples.
Oh, okay.
So usually you're like, oh no, I wanna hide the apples because they're just gonna brown really easily and look horrible later on. These do not. So all you have to do is just do like a little layering on top. And these are going to just bake up. Some will kind of curl up a little bit, so make like a little flower design, which I think is really pretty.
And this is where you're combining the apple pie and pumpkin pie, because we've got the pumpkin pie and we're putting these on top.
And all you have to do too, if you're not a great pie dough maker, this is a frozen pie dough. But my tip is to make it not look so, perfect, is take some pie dough from the refrigerator section and then use a cookie cutter of any sort. This one kind of looks like a little leaf with the finished product over here. And I just kind of shingled that over that.
They'll never know.
Doesn't it look just so homemade? Yes, that's my little semi-homemade touch. So then this is a charcuterie board. Basically, it means you can add, if you don't want the meat, like this is prosciutto, and it's a smoke meat, you can add cheeses, fruits. I love adding something a little sweet with honey, your crackers. And I have to have something for my guests to enjoy before the
food comes out.
Because you're always putting those finishing touches on your meal and everyone's just like gathering around you and I'm like, okay.
And this is all very easy to do right there. So thank you. You can get this recipe online at newschannel5.com and you'll find Whitney's cookbook, New Southern Table, wherever you buy your books. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Coming